Okay, good afternoon. Can you listen to me? Are you able to listen to me? You can write or you can speak. Can you listen? Hi, hi. Can you listen to me? Okay,
Yes.
okay. Thank you for letting me know that, right? And thank you because you're here. I am recording the class right now so you can watch it once again after this hour, right? I hope everybody is okay in this day. Let me see. Just some of you connected, but I will be expecting that the rest of you will be um, watching this video later. Okay, so our lesson for today's class is this one. As you can see on our screen, dialects and accents. I know that everybody in this classroom, this virtual classroom, knows just something about this topic, right? Because this is very common for everyone to speak in around the world or in any area or maybe the place you are using some specific vocabulary, some specific expressions, some specific ideas, right? According to the place, it is not the same even in Spanish. If you visit, for example, Nicaragua, or if you're visiting Argentina or any other part or country in which the Spanish language is the mother tongue, you will be noticing easily the dialects and accent that the people have is the same in this country. If you, for example, are from San Miguel and you have a classmate, relative, friend, whatever, living in San Salvador, you will be noticing the difference in both per people. The one who is living in San Salvador speak in one way, and the person who lives in San Miguel speak kind of different, right? Just kind of different. Excellent. There are more. Okay, so let's continue. If you have a question right during the class, please let me know it. I will be very pleased to help you. Okay, languages are made of vowels and consonants, and everybody in this class will know this short concept. Okay, got it, Wendy. I got the message. Okay, the language, right? Because language is what you are studying. I was speaking with a teacher, with an English teacher the last day, and we were discussing about language, right? And we were discussing the idea why many English teachers are just speaking or teaching grammar. I don't know if you have ever stayed in a class. Maybe you can say no, right? Because you are studying your career, because you are from first year. But in many cases, right? In many cases, um, teacher just speak about grammar instead of speaking about language. So language is very, very important and something that you must be practicing. So you can see here, language, right, is having 26 literal letters, 44 sounds, 24 consonants, and 20 vowel sounds. So this is language. This is not about grammar because when you're speaking with someone, maybe with your friends, teacher, classmates, father, mother, whoever, you speak language. You don't speak taking into account some grammatical spoken structure. But if you want to demonstrate, right, your academic speaking, so you must be using your grammatical spoken structure in other instances. But in this case, right, when you are transmitting your ideas, you are just using the language. And when you're using the language, you are just trying to convey the audience, trying to convey, let me see, people in front of you, right, according to your own ideas. So this is about language. Wait a minute. Permítame un momento, permítame un momento. Okay, sorry for the interaction. Continue. So as I said before, right, this is about language, it's not about grammar. When you want in classes, right, for example, in this one, you're not gonna be studying grammar. You must be studying speaking in language. Take this into account and for granted. Okay, according to our learning competency, you will be able today to understand and learn about different dialects and accents. What is the difference between dialects and accents, right? To be ready for your quiz. According to our scope and sequence, today you must be taking a quiz, right? But you're not gonna be taking the quiz today, but the next week, right? The next Friday, you will be taking the quiz. Okay, dialects and accents. This one, right? Because I have some problem with my computer, and we're not gonna be watching the video that I had there. But what about this one? What is dialect? What is accent? Are they the same or different? I know that you have in your mind, no teacher, those ideas are not the same. But let me ask you that directly, right? You can write, Anita Chicas, can you speak? Can you please let me know what is for you dialect?
Sí, disculpe, pues me gusta, ahorita no
Okay,
puedo.
okay. Got it, got it, got it. What about the rest one? A volunteer, right? Any volunteer? No one? Okay. So you must be studying this one because remember, I will be evaluating you the next week. Um, everything that you have to study with me, right? In taking this lessons for granted. So let's study dialect, a variety of language spoken by a group of people that is characterized by systematic features. For example, e.g., if you don't know, e.g. means, for example, phonological, lexical, and grammatical, that distinguish from other varieties of the same language. So a dialect is this, right? Dialect is involved in three aspects of language: phonological forms, lexical structures, and grammatical ideas. Phonological because if you travel from one area to other, you will be noticing the difference in pronunciation. Lexical because in many cases, what you consider is very is like correctly written, maybe it is not. Let me show you one example. The last day I saw this, right? I saw the last, let me see, in 2020, no, or in 2020. I don't remember very well, but I saw an example about this, right, about dialects, and it was Real Madrid or Beijing. Did you consider that this sentence is correct? Do you consider that it is or not, according to your own perception? No one is correctly written or not. Real Madrid are playing. Está bien escrito que yo diga Real Madrid are playing. ¿Alguien voluntario? Está bien escrito, sí o no? I think no one is like maybe listening. Sin miedo, sin pena, ¿verdad? Está bien dicho que yo diga eso. Veamos, le voy a preguntar a alguien acá. Ah, Nancy, ¿está usted por acá, Nancy?
I'm here.
Nancy, the sentence is correctly written, yes or not?
Mm, I think not.
Okay, you think not, right? You are right. Realmente tiene razón. Esto es dialecto. Dialecto involucra tres partes. Dialecto involucra la parte fonológica, que es la pronunciación que ustedes estudian, la parte léxica, que son el orden de las palabras, y la parte gramatical, que es la estructura. Si usted viaja, como les mencionaba al inicio, de una región a otra, usted no solamente va a notar una leve diferencia en pronunciación, ¿verdad? Como cuando escuchamos a un español y escuchamos cómo hablan, ¿verdad? Y nosotros no hablamos iguales, tienen cosas que nosotros no decimos. A eso se le llama dialecto. Entonces, como el dialecto involucra la parte fonológica, que es la pronunciación, hasta ahí estamos muy bien. También involucra la parte léxica o gramatical. Déjenme comentarles que si ustedes viajan a Inglaterra, a Europa, el inglés de esos lugares no es el inglés que nosotros comúnmente aprendemos acá en la universidad o, o cómo lo vemos, ¿verdad? O cómo lo estamos estudiando, porque el inglés de todas las universidades de El Salvador, colegios, escuelas, lo que sea, está enfocado en un inglés norteamericano. Entonces aprendemos el inglés con estructuras y dialectos y acentos norteamericanos. No aprendemos un inglés británico. Por ejemplo, el examen TOEFL. El TOEFL está diseñado para estudiantes que hablan un segundo idioma, pero está enfocado a aquellos que estudian el norteamericano. Si usted tomara un examen certificado para estudiar en Inglaterra o trabajar, entonces sería el examen IELTS, no el examen TOEFL. Una de las diferencias. En Inglaterra, bueno, los españoles, por ejemplo, estudian el inglés de Inglaterra. Entonces las estructuras que ellos aprenden son diferentes en algunos casos. Y tenemos el caso de este ejemplo, Real Madrid are playing. La página del Real Madrid publicó así el año antepasado. Yo vi el ejemplo y me acordé de esa estructura. Está buena, porque es un nombre colectivo, pero está bueno solo en Europa. No sé si me están captando la idea. Acá en El Salvador, en Estados Unidos, en toda Latinoamérica, está mala. Está mala porque nosotros no lo estudiamos de esa forma, estudiamos el colectivo como singular, el sustantivo colectivo como singular. Y en Inglaterra lo estudian el sustantivo colectivo como plural. Entonces, por eso es que dice acá, el dialecto es una variación en el lenguaje que toma en cuenta características fonológicas, léxicas y gramaticales. ¿Entienden? Or you have it doubt? ¿Tienen preguntas hasta ahí? Because I will be taking this information into account for your next week, right? Right? Vamos a tomar eso en cuenta para el examen laboratorio 1.2 de la otra semana. Así que si no entienden algo, digan. Okay, continue. So listen to this one. Everyone speaks a dialect. Put this into your mind, right? Everyone around the world, every person speaks a dialect. Todos tenemos un dialecto, pero veamos el otro. I dialect. The speech vary of an individual speaker. O sea que si todos tenemos un dialecto, también está el I dialect. significa esa particularidad en ciertas personas. Es como cuando ustedes hablan, todos en El Salvador tenemos un dialecto, pero no todos hablamos igual. Si ustedes viajan a algunas regiones del Salvador, van a escuchar que hay personas que hablan como cantado. Entonces, esa es como la manera de hablar de ellos. Se conoce como dialect. So, if you have any question, please just stop the class and let me know it. Because in this way, you learn, I learn, right? We improve together and we are, let me see, we're advancing in this, and this is what you're here, right? To learn about pronunciation. And in pronunciation, we must study dialects and islets. Okay, continue. You see? Language, continuum of dialects. Dialects, a continuum of islets. For example, language, dialects in British, islets. Dialects in North America, islets, and dialects in Britain, right? Islets. So if you speak with them, maybe they speak very different. And in some cases, you say, I am able to learn this person, I am able to understand a particular person, but I am not able to understand that person because the way he or she speaks is very complicated. And it is not about complication, it's about dialect. So our ear must be accustomed to this one, right? To this part. Misconception, dialect standard, dialect incorrect, dialect slang. Everyone speaks a dialect. Sometimes we have this misconception, right? Misconception means una mala perspectiva, un mal concepto. Que los dialectos son slangs. No, un slang es una expresión idiomática no académica. Una expresión idiomática académica es muy diferente. Un slang son aquellas palabras que se usan en determinados lugares, como en la clase que les grabé que les explicaba algunos como funny en Vicky, les explicaba algunos como esos. Patterns affecting diet variation according to George Yule. Les mencioné la vez pasada quién era George Yule. Les dije que era un lingüista que ha aportado enfoques para mejorar la sintaxis, la manera de hablar, entre otras cosas. Y él dice así, dialect can vary because geographical location, social class, educational background, or occupation. True, right? When I am speaking with someone, and this is, maybe sometimes you can say this is rude, but it is not. It's something about linguistics. This means social linguistics. Nosotros como licenciados en inglés, estudiantes de inglés, tenemos que despertar ese amor por el lenguaje y estudiar el lenguaje no solamente desde el punto gramatical como les estaba diciendo, sino desde un punto más científico, un punto más social, investigativo, y en este caso el dialecto. Miren la pronunciación en el dialecto, cuál la gran importancia de escuchar una pronunciación. De acuerdo a George Yule, él dice, pueden haber variaciones en la ubicación geográfica, clase social, el nivel académico o la ocupación, con solamente escuchar a alguien hablar. When you listen to someone speak, you understand quickly the person he or she is. You understand if he or she maybe is from a high class family or a lower family or maybe a medium one. You can say, well, that person is a professional one or not, and then so on, right? Pretty common, according to George Will. And this is true. Just to listen to someone you understand and figure out the person he or she is. Geographical location, right? People coming from different places may have different dialects. For instance, American people speak different dialects such as New England English, Island North American English, mid-Atlantic dialects, and so forth. These dialects are due to geographical locations. If you travel around, for example, the United States, you will be um, understanding this part, right? What you need to do is to try to speak with native speakers or people who are from other countries to understand dialect and pronunciation. Okay, continue. Social class, middle class, and working class. Miren, como les decía anteriormente, dentro de la lingüística y de la pronunciación existe la sociolingüística. La sociolingüística estudia el hecho del comportamiento del ser humano dentro de la sociedad. En este sentido, como profesores, por ejemplo, hay muchas ocasiones, ya me ha pasado, ¿verdad? Llevo muchos años dando clases y la gente que no es profesora o no estudia para profesor a veces tiende a pensar que uno como docente es medio rudo, ¿verdad? O algo, entre otras cosas. Porque hay estudiantes que me dicen, here is my homework, está mi tarea, ok, got it. Yo le empiezo a revisar y le pongo un 2 4 pero ¿por qué tengo 2 y no 4? Entonces uno dice, esa tarea no la hiciste tú, se escucha feo. Es más, no lo hiciste tú. ¿Pero por qué? Es que no, tú no hablas así. Tú no tienes este nivel. Se escucha feo, yo sé, pero es la verdad. Y esa es la sociolingüística. Es una ciencia, perdón, es una parte de la rama de la ciencia de la lingüística. Evaluar el nivel de las personas simplemente con el nivel social que tienen, si son académicos o si son personas no académicas, o pueden estar estudiando, pero no estudian mucho, por ende, no es el vocabulario que tienen que dominar. For example, if I assign to you work, and the homework is about writing an essay, a persuasive essay, and you wrote the essay right, and you say, teacher, I had to send the essay. Okay, got it. I will be checking your essay quickly. When I check your essay, I discovered that you're using, sorry, some complicated advanced vocabulary. And when you're speaking, you're not using that vocabulary. What happened? Oh, you have copy. Easily to understand it, right? To figure out. Ahí está. Podemos distinguir acá la clase social con solamente el hecho de escuchar. Por eso es que dicen que la carrera de licenciatura en inglés desarrolla bases lingüísticas en esta área. Podemos distinguir, ¿verdad? La clase de persona con solo escucharla, hablar. Pero me van entendiendo. Educational background, occupation. Well educated, less educated. Formal, appropriate, grammatically correct, talk like a book. Less educated, more casual, free, sometimes ungrammatical. This is the difference between a person who is studying and a person who is not studying, right? Right? When you started studying your career, maybe you were using some incorrect expressions, but now you had improved it. You say, oh, well, when I started studying my career, I used to say something mispronounced, but not anymore because I have learned it in a very good way. Por ejemplo, un claro ejemplo de esto, de well educated en less educated, es cuando escuchamos a las personas decir y en español, ¿verdad? Y veniste. Incorrecto, sería viniste. Pero cuando yo le digo a la gente viniste, se me quedan viendo como que te equivocaste. Y no es así. Viniste, no es veniste. Well educated, less educated. Y así van a encontrar muchas expresiones en español, al igual que en inglés. For example, the word determine, people say determine. And when I correct this, or when I speak using determine, the correct pronunciation, Sometimes they say, no, you are making a mistake. You're pronouncing incorrectly. They say, no, it's not correct to say determine. It's like determine. So pay attention to the educational background, right? On academic aspects. As I said before, in many cases, students don't like to continue to continue studying, and this is why society do not develop some great solid basis in education. When you are in the class, maybe you are not a unpolite person, but people who are in the vice cases are unpolite people, and they don't respect, right? If you are there or someone else is there, they speak using some Thai words, jump words, or mean words. To say, that person is not educated, right? It's not okay to say that in English or in Spanish. Okay, continue. Ways dialects vary: phonological, accent, morphological, syntactical, grammatical, and semantic, lexical. Phonological, it's about pronunciation, right? What is studying pronunciation? For morphological, it is about the minimal unit of the word. Syntactical or grammatical is about structure. Semantics, lexical is about the images that you have in your mind. For example, if I say, look at that picture, and that picture has a dog. You quickly think about a dog and the pronunciation of the dog, right? And you can put that word in a sentence. The dog is barking, for example, right? That's why here you have this, right? The dialect can be varying according to phonological aspects or speech, morphological units, syntactical or grammatical, structures, semantic or lexical things. So until now, guys, do you have any questions so far? ¿Tienen preguntas? ¿Alguna pregunta hasta ahorita? ¿Nadie? Okay. So you can watch this class later, right? And if you have any question, please do not hesitate to contact me. Phonological accents. There are obviously many American English accents. For example, here's a list of only the most common classification in the United States and United Kingdom. General American, this refers to the spectrum of standard English spoken by newscasters, TV actors, and a large percentage of middle-class Americans. Prominent features: the short ace as a cat is raised in diphthongized before the nasal consonants. Graphic words like Lottenbrot and the diphthongs in words like Pottenbrot. So guys, you can see in pronunciation around the world, right? You can find people speaking using um some different kind of pronunciation. Let me show you something that I have been like looking for you right before the class. Let me show you what a minute. Okay, what a minute. I got this one. I like this video. I was thinking about you, right? Termina. Okay, wait a minute. I will be no. I have lost the video because I have been like working on it this morning. It I think okay, this one. Wait a minute. Okay, here you have it.
Lucy.
Okay, just some part of the video, right? Not the whole video because of the time. Okay.
Hello everyone and welcome back to English with Lucy. I've got a great video planned for you today. We are going to be comparing British English
As in the Spanish language, right? And you can see the different pronunciation that we can have in the English language. These are miscellaneous, right? Pronunciation. People can have, for example, different kind of ways to speak in some areas or regions, right? In the world, not only in the United States. I had shown to you, right, a video about three people speaking about this kind of pronunciation, and they say, well, here in Canada, here in England, and here in the US, three different pronunciation of the English language. Okay, so this is the same, right? Let me see. Morphological is because um the minimal unit, right, of language of a word is when you try um to understand the composition of a word and you try to pronounce the word by in parts. Like this one, you say ran. Right? When you say n plus ing and dim. And you pronounce it using the correct pronunciation and the correct from morphological aspects. Happy it is because I explained this before, right? Look at this man. My team is winning. Which team is losing? But in England, they say the other team are all sitting down. Which team are losing? So the collective noun in the United States is used as a singular one, but in England, right, used as in plural, not as singular, but plural. Okay, and then you have semantics, which is about vocabulary, track in the United States, glory in England, attorney, barrister, kiki, biscuit, permit, and flat. Same kind of pronunciation. This is about dialect, right? You can see it's not the same, right? The pronunciations in the United States and the pronunciation pretty different. Sometimes very complicated. That's why in El Salvador we do not teach these, right? We do not teach North American English. Me, British English, just North American English. This is the idea. Okay, I need to continue studying right this lesson, the previous lessons, because I will be taking this down for the next quiz. Remember, the quiz will be the next Friday. It's supposed to be taken today, but I was thinking that you need more information. So the next week you can take it and you can watch this class right once again.